Hello and welcome back to Amnesia, Machine for Pigs. My name is Kat and I will be your guide on this not very terrifying journey. The collar, the neck, the noose. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, a pinch of salt, a handful of mince, a bay leaf, a herb, a skeleton key for the nursery, and a mixing will go together. Yeah, okay. Long loading screens. Just what I wanted for breakfast. Bzz, bzz. Ooh, something I could grab. Oh, oh. Ooh. Ew.
That my thoughts and words can confound thee.
That's nasty. That's so unbelievably nasty. Ooh, ooh, But then, what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brute were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I have seen these things, and I will tell you now, no, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this I realize they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross the great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Paint the man, cut the lines. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us? We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me there's a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. What are you talking about? Ooh. Ew. Where was that going? Oh yeah. Hey, your bathroom. Flush it. Don't crush it. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of a laudanum derivative in the feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means we can use music to further subdue the product. Soothe the product. We find it Debussy particularly effective in this regard. I don't know if I read that right. The font on this game is rather strange. This is somewhat modern looking. Or very 1920s-ish, or whatever you want to say. Oh, I can pick this pig up. Yeah. Get on the truck. With the rest of them. Oh. What did I tell you? Get on the truck. There we go. Oh. Whoa. Lag spike. Ooh. Where am I going? Ooh. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might... What? That might think like a man, as if this is to be desired. One might almost boast of creating a man who breeds like a pig. Men and women upon all fours, rutting carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets, alleys, and gutters, running freely with the careless spill of their conjoinings. They are thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies... We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray seed ever passes by, and yet this is the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage as I reject these men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. That was lovely. That was beautifully descriptive. Thank you for that, Robert. Ah, hey. Oh wait, this is just where it was. It seems this chemical processor is merely one of a much larger complex. No easy route for me then. I will follow my fever, the cause of my children, wherever they may lead me as I move further into this strange empire. All the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex, yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I must put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits in my stomach, and continue on my path. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I have seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yarham and Mr. Simmons' works, but the smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum, of that I am sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. This one right here. Suppose we'll find out. Ooh, it's quite pretty. This church is connected to the plant. How odd. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of this facility, given the locked doors around the fueling station. The truck blocks my way, however, almost as if the saboteur knew that I might consider this alternative entrance. How in blazes are we supposed to meet these damned schedules if even the basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function? These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed before running out of stinking gasoline. The giffer says it's fine and there's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it. And the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find the tank is empty. Well, sod it, says I. Enough for a night, and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. What? Alright, I've had enough of your...
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Stop wasting your time with pictures, boy. It'll get you nowhere, like this barrel. What's this? This canister looks as if it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will not think of that which I saw pass me in its cage. I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself in the opportunity, perhaps, to gain access to St. Dunstan's. What crossed you? What are you talking about? Freaking cages and boxes. Ain't nothing to be worried about. Cages and boxes don't hurt you. Wow, this is slow. Oop. What is that? What? No. Dear sweet Lord of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape, grasp this container and its future contents to flee this place before that creature that nearly man returns. I will head for the church. Surely such an abomination could not follow on to hollow ground. What? It did... How do you know what it looks like? It was frickin' the door never opened. Is it just nearly like, because it sounded like hands against the wood. I can see that, but don't I have to? Oh, fair enough. Alright, where's this crank handle you... Oh. Wow. You... fair enough.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
It's a stone. It's not going to hatch. It's not a real egg. It's... Are the grunts in this game? I thought I was just gonna be dealing with pigs trying to bite my face off. Wait, that looks like the grunts. The ripped up jaw is not visible, but it just looks like a fat one to me. Windows. Nope. Livestock and Bibles. The wires came up out of the ground whilst he lay on the grass asleep. Like serpents they were, and they burrowed into his ears and became his listening. Okay. Well, my day has been fun. I ended up getting on a roof when it was wet to rip shingles off and nearly fell onto the road, but never mind, that stopped loading. Okay, what am I doing here? Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought, could be trusted with the secret, but he is like all of the others. So the old priest is gone to the holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them, a shepherd indeed. Okay. Does this lantern not run out? Because it's been on, like, pretty much forever. Do I just not ever need to refill this? I don't know whether that's better or worse. Than what it was before.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lame hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
Oh dear. Oh. Sorry, but that's, what were they thinking when they designed this game? Did the designer just say, put a pig on a cross and just have at it, or what? Let me in words. Something about candles. Oh. Well, it seems like there's a second one to be found. We sat here, I remember. We sat in our black and we mourned and we prayed and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then, how I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here, I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. Some kind of mechanism, a secret and an infernal one, no doubt. The missing candlestick is clearly the answer, but why? This I cannot fathom. Why hide secret machines in a place of prayer? And where are the faithful? Why are there drag marks about the altar as if someone was pulled away? Missing candle. Okay. Where would one find such? Books. Oops, excuse me. Just let me do the thing. Where's this candle at? It's gotta be somewhere. Up here, maybe? Wow, these are tiny doors. Ah, hello. Calm down, whatever your name is. It was just a scream from over somewhere. It's not that big of a deal. What am I to do? I know not of what I am to do. The engine fires, the flames are stoked, I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of knowing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption. But my children beckon me on and I cannot fail them. Oh dear. It appears I have no choice, thus I descend and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is my bedlam and I am to be cast as Matthews, then I will wear that mantle for the sake of my boys and face whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. However, I must do so in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this journey so far. It's not quite as interesting as the first one, in my opinion, so this hopefully it gets more interesting and scary later on. If you like the video, consider staying tuned for it and whatnot. Go watch the other ones or go watch some other playlists on my channel and whatnot. Until next time, goodbye.